Good afternoon all. Today is January 31st, 2016. I'm going to be going over the weekly swing trade ideas for this week. But before we get started on that, let's go through the ones from last week. First one on the list was ESPR. I was looking for this one to pull down. So the initial play on this one was, obviously it's the 25th here, so it's the start of week. Obviously I was looking for a pullback on this one. So if you did play on the short side right off the bat, you got a pretty nice pullback on this one. Nice fade continuation. Did not hold for the long support, so on the short side was a really nice one. Blue was second on the list, and I was looking for this one to pop to 46.50. It actually popped to about 46.45, somewhere around there. And then for a fade, I was actually looking for a bigger fade than this, but it's kind of seeming like it's forming a possible double bottom area here. But the short side idea was really good. Verizon was next on the list. This one I was looking for a continuation candle. It's definitely overextended now, so watch for this one to pull back. But the extended candle play here was really good on the long side. Next one on the list was SNY. I was looking for this one to pull back to 40.75. So you actually had to wait for a little bit, but you got to pull back here to 40.58, somewhere around there, 40.53. Then to take some long here. So if you waited for the pullback over here, it just worked out really nice. Just had to be a little patient on it. TOT was next on the list. I was looking for this one to pull back to 40.85. It actually pulled back to 41.25 and then look for a move to 44, and you surpassed that by 50 cents or so. Next on the list was FOXA, and I played this one. Played for a pullback on this one to 26.25. It actually came to 25.97 and then took it long. I actually played this one on Monday. So I played the pullback and then I played the long. I got out right in that candle right there. So it was actually really nice. Very nice pull and push play. WMB was the next one on the list. Pulled to 18.50. And you got to pull back to 18.28, somewhere around there. Then take some long for a 20 plus, and it actually happened on the same day, the pull and the pop. CLR pulled to 18.65. Well, this one actually pulled through a little bit more than I wanted it to here. So, and then take some long to 22. So the 22 target's right there. But the pullback was a little deeper than I wanted it to pull back. JNUG was the next one on the list. This one was a 23.55 long sum entry. So you got right here you got 23.75 long sum to 29, and you got 29.71, somewhere around there. Gene was the little one on the chart. I was looking for a 199 hole, and it actually came here to, what is that? The first day came to $2.11, $2.12. So I was looking for a pullback to that area over there and then take some long, but it was a small trade, nothing really exciting. So anyways, out of all of them, the week was pretty successful. I'd say about 9 out of 10 of them worked really well, and some of them worked better than others if you were just a little patient on the trade. This week, we're going to be looking at a fresh set. I'm liking bios this week. I'm actually looking at Tril, T-R-I-L. Not a huge favorite of it, but I'm seeing a possible double bottom area here. So if it pulls back down to this double bottom range here, 715, 716, I would take some long and obviously risk if it breaks down to if it breaks the double bottom to the underside. Next one on the list is Vblt. I'm also looking at a double bottom range here. It's really just kind of hanging out, just bottoming over here. I got the MACD crossing up. I got stochastic starting to point up. So I kind of like this one for a long here. Obviously, is a bullish Harami right there too. So let's see if that one holds this bottom and take some long for like a maybe a $4.50 range to the upside. GE is the next one on the list. I'm looking for this one to definitely pull back. This was a nice extended candle here, but it's going to pull back here Looking for a pullback about 28.50, and then if it holds, take some long. I like this one. I like the breakout. I like the fact that MACD is about to cross over, stochastics crossed over, and you're starting to get some volume coming in here. So GE is a nice one on the pullback. INTC is the next one on the list. I'm also looking for this one, similar setup as GE there, for a pullback here to about 30, 30.60, 30.50, somewhere around there. Similar setup here with the MACD about to cross over, stochastics is up, volume coming in. So I like that for a pullback and a long to maybe about $32, $33. MS, I'm definitely into the financial stuff. I feel like they're kind of bottoming out here, so I'd like to see this one pop over here to about 26.40 before a pullback. And if you get a pullback down to, actually after it pops to 26.40, if you get a pullback to about this range here, which is about 25.5, I'd like to see it settle on over there. Then you could take some long. Yhoo, this has never really been on my list, but it's definitely breaking a downtrend here to the upside. It actually came over and finally closed over. So I would say if it pops over here to about 29.90 or so and can't go past that, you take some short, bring it back down. But if it holds on this, if it pulls right at open to like 29.20 area or so and it holds, take some long, because obviously the trend to the upside is already broken. So all it just needs is a little support there, and it's gonna have a nice little move. CSX is the next one on the list. I'm looking for a 22.75 or so for a nice pullback. I really like this curl in action here. Stochastics came over, MACD came over, stochastics came over, and volumes coming in. So it's a nice little setup here. Obviously you also have a nice area trend there that you need to break over. So if you get a pullback here to 22.75 area, and if it pushes, watch for it peak right there to 23, then definitely watch for that push through if it gets the volume. UAL, I like this huge bullish engulf in here, bullish engulf, and then engulfs not only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. That's a pretty strong signal. MACD's crossed over, stochastics came over, volumes coming in. I definitely like this one for a long shot over here. Let's see if we have a trend line that it broke. Not sure, I didn't even check. No, it didn't actually break a trend yet. So let's see a pop, maybe a pop up to this 49.85 area, pull back down to this 48.10, 48.15 area, and then see if we can grab some long on that one for more upside. Number 10 on the list is MOS. I'm looking for this one to, I like the basin down here. I like the fact that the MACD, stochastics, everything's crossed over. A lot of charts actually having a similar reaction. Obviously the market's doing, market's getting up there a little bit, so it's causing a lot of charts to move up in a positive way. But I like this one here for a push, pull back, then finally break through if it holds that 24 area for a long. Obviously on this week you should be looking at INO. There's a lot of issues with that new disease there, so let's look for this one over here. Obviously you see it got tapped by that up down trend line here and it pulled back, so let's look for a pullback on this one. Or obviously if things get a little crazy, it can just rock out. So definitely keep that one on list. And NVDA, I also just want you to keep this one on list. It's a nice little chart over here. All the indicators are also moving up. So that's a 10 for this list for this week, and that's the couple of them that I like on side chart. There are a lot of nice bio looking ones though if you're into some of them. Blue is one of them. ESPR has a nice bullish harami down there. I'm not sure, I didn't go through all of them. Kite has a nice one. So let's look for some of these bios to actually start moving up maybe, and it should be a nice week. Let's look at the general market for a second. Here comes SPY. All indicators are curled up over here. Nice strong candle, push through the 13 EMA. Look for a pullback on this one here first, on a general market, and then possibly get some nice upside move to it. And then that's pretty much it for the week. So yeah, so that's pretty much the video for this week. That's the 10 trades that I like. Obviously, this is my Twitter. If you don't already follow me, it's at BarryMohan81, and on my Twitter, on the homepage, you can find a link to my YouTube page, to my blog that I haven't written in for ages, also the weekly webinars that we do on Wednesdays. This link is right here, and also a link to the chat room that I'm a moderator at. It's awesomecalls.com/Iceman for you guys that are interested in giving us a test run. Okay, thank you very much, guys.